All right. Hello and welcome, everyone. So, originally, I wasn't going to make this video. However, the second round of the reason to make this video occurred, and now I am growing very concerned. Why does DE keep nerfing Styanax? He has seen 2 nerfs, and he released not that strong. He was decent at Seal Path and had like some potential survivability issues that you needed to patch up with the helmet, which I did through Pillage, which worked really well with his final stand at release anyway. And as you guys can see from like the current ongoing gameplay, which is on current patch, he still works fine, but I have no idea why he is eating these nerfs like it is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't get it. I don't understand, and somebody's got to let me know because this seems truly outrageous for Styanax to be not only getting this first nerf, which was listed as a fix in the patch notes, which doesn't seem right at all to me, which is fixed being able to cast Styanax's other abilities while in Final Stand, which says similar to Wisp's Soul Gate, Final Stand is a full body animation that restricts the casting of other abilities. Gotta be honest, I just thought it was really, really cool that he could cast all of his other abilities during his 4 and potentially save time on casting animations. And it was also great that he could cast Pillage during Final Stand to make up for some of its defensive weaknesses, leaving you very open while you simply hover there and throw spears. So this was listed as a fix, and my initial impressions of this on stream were that, well, this could just be a miscommunication, right? Where this is like a cool thing that is happening that is maybe not intended, but is beneficial to him in terms of him just being more interesting with it, because he gets kind of a dual casting vibe where you're using one animation to cast multiple different things. Being able to do 2 things at once is usually very good. We love a multitasking. So this I could see as very simply some, I don't know, someone doing bug fixes, going through a programmer, whoever at DE asking innocuously, hey, is Styanax supposed to be able to cast his other stuff during Final Stand? And for whoever that person reports to, could be anybody. Don't call anyone out specifically at DE. That's not worthwhile. It's just about the actual changes that happen. But someone above them could be like, oh no, Styanax is not supposed to be able to do that. Just totally innocuously. Just a small conversation that doesn't mean much. And then it ends up in a fix and a patch, right? Because that programmer or whoever then goes back and goes, oh, I'm just going to change it and make sure that like his other abilities can't be cast during his 4 because he's not supposed to be able to do that. Without the larger conversation about whether or not that is cool or not, I could see that mistake being made, and that would be very reversible. I said as much on stream during the day of that patch. I was like, well, this could just be a misunderstanding, and they'll, add it back to Styanax later because it was a really neat thing that he could do. But then today, with the call changes and everything, and we got all the call patch and all that business, we have actual changes to Styanax that are further nerfs to Styanax, which I patently do not understand at all. So we have multiple things here. Well, one of them is just an actual fix that needed to be fixed, and thank goodness it is fixed with so many Styanax running around. But removed the ability for Styanax to recast Final Stand multiple times while he's in the air. The facts, it says, with the synergy of Rally Point providing energy and shields, you can spend almost your entire mission in the air. For transparency, this is something we caught earlier in development, but this change was missed for the release of Veilbreaker. You can still be in the air when you first cast Final Stand, but to recast, your toes must first touch a surface, similar to how transference casting is done. Worth noting here, a touch a surface currently is not correct. You need to touch a floor. You can't do a wall bounce and then go back into your 4, which at the very least, you should be able to bounce off a wall, which resets your bullet jump, and go back into your 4. Kind of absurd that you can't right now, but I think that might not be the actual intent of this, because it says a surface. Like, you have to touch a surface, which would also mean walls, traditionally, in Warframe. So for that, why? It was really fun to cast this a bunch of times and just, like, rain down tons of javelins upon whatever we were throwing them at, just to, like, be able to fly around, essentially, in, like, the open world, just constantly burning energy and just throwing tons of javelins. That's sick. And also was not OP at all in any way. Like, it was just like the difference between you having to jump first or not is like very little. It's just cool that you can just continually like float about and throw spears. So this is an extremely weird change to me. I don't know why you would restrict Styanax in this way. Very, very mysterious choice. It's another nerf to his 4, which is kind of the whole thing about Styanax. His 2, smacking dudes with the shield, is very fun, and his 1 is very fun to throw, and Rally Point is a really good buff, but kind of the whole big thing is throwing a shitload of spears with these, like, Spartan ghost soldiers. Like, that's kind of, like, the whole thing. And while people have said, like, you know, you could just replace Final Stand with other abilities, at the point where you're doing that to Styanax, I think that you should instead probably just switch Warframes. So it's a bit of a weird one. I don't know why his 4 keeps heating more nerfs. I don't think it was too strong in any way. I would love to hear a counter-argument to that, but just based on the raw numbers it can output, I have a really hard time feeling like this ability was too strong and needed to be toned down. And then the other fixes that are good, actually, is that rally points between multiple Styanax, you won't have to recast and to regain your buff whenever there's like multiple Styanax around. That's not going to turn off each other's buffs all the time anymore, so that's really good. Yeah, your active rally point can still be overridden by a weaker cast if there is fewer than 10 seconds left on your active buff, which is fine. But yeah, and then fix Axios Javelin not triggering a vortex when successfully pinning enemies to the wall or floor as a client. This should fix some of the inconsistency that we had with testing his 1, and his 1 seems to be a bit more consistent now, which is good. But I don't get it. I don't think Styanax is too strong. I don't know. I don't know what this is in response to. If it's in response to usage rates, DE, I gotta break it to you. You gave Styanax to every player for free. People are going to use him. I don't know. I feel like you knew that. But in case that was the reason that you're nerfing the shit out of his 4, you did that. That's not the players, actually. That one's on you. You have to hold that. You have to take that with you. That's going to travel with you for the remaining time that you have here. That's just everybody got him. Everyone is still getting him until the 22nd. So his usage is going to be high. I don't know if that was in question here. Kind of weird to be nerfing him whenever he is a Warframe that released in what I would call a totally good state. Not broken, not underpowered, just like very nice, plays well at multiple levels, good for new players and fun for experienced players. I was having a good time. I don't know why we are suddenly having a bad time. I'm confused. Please stop nerfing him. Anyway, that is going to do it for this video. Yeah, just please stop. He doesn't deserve this. He did nothing to you. He did nothing to deserve such horrors upon him. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, I guess. Somebody let me know. Is there some broken thing that I'm missing with him that he needs to be toned down severely? Let me know in the comments. I don't know. Also, hey everyone, we have a new outro. So, sorry this has taken a little while to get going for those of you that are over on the Patreon, but thank you so much to all of the $10+ patrons. Brutus, Salazar, Dylan Dworsky, Efrain, Jeremy Stevens, Joshua Adams, Malik X. Williams, Mitchda, Trent Hallmark, Victor, and Zach Zahner. Thank you very much for being $10 patrons. And also, thank you very much to just all the patrons in general. It's been really awesome to try and get this big website stuff off the ground. And I hope you guys continue to support me and are enjoying the content that is going up there, including this video. So yeah, it's been a fantastic time so far, and hopefully we can just keep it going. Have a good one, everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoy the new outro as well. I think it came out pretty nice. And that should do it. Later, all.